From a 1,000-year-old discovery to a slew of new coins, this is your World Numismatic News Roundup. The US Mint has put collector rolls and bags of 2026 Wisconsin American Innovation dollars on sale, available as of April the 7th. The reverse honors the Badger State's contribution to computing, with a stylized drop-down view of Seymour Cray's legendary Cray 1 supercomputer, the machine that defined high-performance computing when it debuted in 1979. The obverse carries the standard Statue of Liberty design alongside the Liberty Bell and 250 Privy Mark, tied to the US semi-quincentennial. 25 coin rolls are priced at $61 and 100 coin bags at $154.50, with a household limit of 10 units from both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The Royal Canadian Mint has opened April with a barrage of new issues. Leading the charge is a $20 fine silver coin celebrating Canada's participation in NASA's Artemis 2 mission, the first crewed lunar flyby since Apollo 17 in 1972, and the first ever to carry a Canadian astronaut. The reverse depicts a Canadian Space Agency astronaut in full Orion spacesuit, with color accents bringing the figure to life. Under an ultraviolet light, the moon and Earth glow in the background, a subtle effect that mirrors the wonder of the mission itself. Limited to just 7,500 pieces, this coin retails at 279 Canadian dollars and 95 cents. To mark 5 decades since the CN Tower opened in 1976, the Mint has issued a special wrapped roll of 25 colorized $2 coins. The reverse features the tower rendered in color, celebrating an icon that defined the Toronto skyline and held the title for the world's tallest freestanding structure for over 30 years. Mintage for these are 25,000 rolls at 89 Canadian dollars and 95 cents. The Mint has also produced a non-colorized version of the CN Tower wrapped rolls for collectors who prefer coins in their natural metallic finish instead, at a tighter mintage of just 15,000 rolls, making it the scarcer of the two variants. It carries the same price of $89.95 though. For collectors who want both variants, the box set bundles the colorized and non-colorized rolls together in a dedicated presentation box, limited to just 5,000 sets at 187 Canadian dollars and 95 cents. This is the definitive CN Tower circulation package and is likely to move quickly. The flagship silver offering in the CN Tower suite is a rectangular 1-ounce fine silver coin, whose format allows for a more panoramic composition, taking in the full tower and Toronto skyline. Limited to just 7,500 pieces, it is priced at 299 Canadian dollars and 95 cents. At the premium end of the CN Tower suite sits a pure gold coin, limited to just 800 pieces, priced at 4,759 Canadian dollars and 95 cents. Cross appeal between numismatic and Toronto landmark collectors means demand is expected to be strong at this mintage level. But not content to merely stop there, the Mint has also launched a new 3-coin subscription series celebrating indigenous clan animals, with the bear, the otter, and the sandhill crane, each struck in 3/4 of an ounce of fine silver. Across many First Nation traditions, these animals carry deep ceremonial and spiritual significance. The bear as a symbol of strength and healing, the otter associated with loyalty and the importance of water, and the sandhill crane revered for longevity and vigilance. Each coin carries a mintage of 10,000 6,000 and is priced at 219 Canadian dollars and 95 cents, with the subscription format ensuring collectors can secure all three designs without having to chance missing an individual release. It promises to be one of the Mint's more culturally resonant series in recent memory. The Royal Canadian Mint is also marking the 100th anniversary of the birth of Queen Elizabeth II, with a multi-tiered suite of coins. For collectors who grew up with Elizabeth II on Canadian coinage, she appeared on every circulating coin from 1953 until her passing in 2022, causing this series to carry particular sentimental weight. The most accessible entry is the proof silver dollar, the classic Canadian collector format at a mintage of 17,500 coins for 219 Canadian dollars and 95 cents. Above that sits a 1 ounce fine silver crown jewel coin at 369 Canadian dollars and 95 cents, limited to 6,000 coins. For the more serious collector, a pure gold crown jewel coin at a mintage of just 200 pieces is priced at 23,999 Canadian dollars and 95 cents. And then at the very apex of the program is a 5 ounce pure gold, just one of 100 struck worldwide. It is priced at 47,439 Canadian dollars and 95 cents, said to be one of the defining numismatic objects of 2026. The Mint then rounds out its April slate with a 1 ounce pure platinum maple leaf forever coin, one of just 425 struck, priced at 6,999 Canadian dollars and 95 cents. Platinum's rarity relative to gold and silver makes this a natural draw for both precious metal investors and dedicated maple leaf collectors. A fine silver coin honoring Canada's engineering profession nods to the country's iron ring tradition, in which graduates pledge a professional oath at convocation, with a mintage of 5,000 coins at 359 Canadian dollars and 95 cents. It makes a natural gift coin and a thoughtful addition to any collector celebrating Canadian heritage. Ahead of Anzac Day on the 25th of April, the Royal Australian Mint has released 2 new $2 coins honoring the dawn service tradition. The reverse design captures the moment before the sun rises. The Mint's own print protection ridges shape the sun's rays, straight and bold above the horizon, softening into gentle waves below it, while a crowd of silhouetted figures stand in shared remembrance and a lone soldier faces the horizon with head bowed. The colorized, uncirculated version carries a mintage of 100,000 at 22 Australian dollars and 50 cents, and the fine silver proof is limited to 10,000 pieces at 90 Australian dollars. The design will also appear on an uncirculated coin, allowing the tribute to pass through many hands across the country. The Mint has then also released an uncirculated 50-cent coin for the 75th anniversary of the Battle of Kapyong, the April 1951 engagement in Korea, in which Australian and Canadian forces halted a major Chinese offensive. The reverse incorporates the battle's grid coordinates alongside 32 poppies, each one representing an Australian soldier who paid the ultimate price in the fight. Mintage is set at 40,000 at 20 Australian dollars each. The Australian coins show how much military history still resonates in the present day. That theme of history and tradition runs deep in Europe as well, where 3 mints have had notable releases this week. The Austrian Mint issued the 3rd entry in its Traditions and Trendy series, a sterling silver proof and colorized €10 coin dedicated to loden, the densely woven fullen wool fabric long since associated with alpine dress. The obverse shows a woman in loden shawl alongside a sheep symbolizing the cloth's origins, the reverse featuring a magnified view of a laced bodice. To mark the centenary of Belgium's belga currency, in use from 1926 until it was replaced by the franc in 1946, the Royal Belgian Mint has released two 4-9 fines gold bullion coins, a €300 1 ounce and a €75 quarter ounce. The obverse features a stylized iris, Brussels' civic symbol, while the reverse carries the Belgian lion from the modern coat of arms, with both Euro and Belga denominations inscribed. The bullion coins are priced to gold spot and struck to meet demand. These are available through both the Royal Belgian and Royal Dutch Mint web shops. The Central Bank of Ireland has released a €15 sterling silver proof coin marking the centenary of Sean O'Casey's landmark play, The Plough and the Stars. The obverse portrays O'Casey at his typewriter with a stage tableau behind him. Set during the 1916 Easter uprisings and first staged at the Abbey Theatre in February of 1926, the play famously provoked riots in the theatre on its opening week, making it one of the most culturally charged works in Irish theatrical history. The coin is limited to just 3,000 pieces and is priced at €90. And while Europe reflects on its heritage through new coins, Switzerland is thinking further ahead with the banknotes its citizens will be using during the next decade to come. Switzerland's National Bank has chosen designs from the firm M-Face Limited as the winner for its public competition for the country's next banknote series. The winning concept, entitled Switzerland and Its Altitudes, features native plants on the front, notable Swiss achievements on the reverse, and prehistoric animals rendered in the watermarks as a security element. The Swiss National Bank has commissioned M-Face to develop the notes into production-ready designs, with the new series expected to enter circulation in the early 2030s, replacing the current 9th series issued between 2016 and 2019. New banknotes for the 2030s, and now, from the fields of Norfolk, a coin that has left experts scratching their heads since it was recently unearthed. A metal detectorist searching near Dunton, just west of Fakenham in Norfolk, has unearthed what experts are calling one of the most perplexing numismatic finds in memory. The incomplete pierced gold in imitation solidus pendant has been described by numismatist Sean Copeland as bizarre. One side shows the profile of a bearded man with the Latin word for John. The other bears the partial inscription translating as Baptist and Evangelist. Copeland has dated the piece to the late 9th century based on its lettering, which resembles Carolingian coins minted in the years 860 to 870. What makes it so puzzling is the combination of religious imagery and its probable makers. You see, in 9th century Western Europe, portrait coins tended to depict kings, not saints. And depicting a Christian figure in that way was also a Byzantine tradition. Yet imitation solidi of this type were typically produced by Scandinavians, who at the time were not yet Christian. By around 1870, the Kingdom of East Anglia had been conquered by the Vikings, making the religious iconography even doubly incongruous. Copeland has said that he was unaware of any other Carolingian-era coin featuring John the Baptist, making this piece potentially unique in the world. The pendant has entered the formal treasure process, with Norwich Castle Museum having expressed interest in acquiring it. That remarkable find shows just how much history can still be hiding underground. And speaking of hidden histories, there is now a new exhibition in the northeast of England dedicated to exactly that. A new free interactive exhibition has opened in the Great North Museum in Hancock in Newcastle upon Tyne, titled Treasure, Hidden, Lost, and Found. The exhibition is connected to ongoing academic research into hoards and found objects, and is designed to bring archaeology and history of treasure discoveries to general audiences across northeastern England. It is free to attend and open right now. And for US collectors, there is another date for the diary coming up shortly. The American Numismatic Association has launched National Coin Week 2026, running from April the 19th to the 25th, under the theme Striking Independence, 250 Years of American Numismatics. The A&A Money Museum will host a digital exhibition, Evolution or Revolution in Currency, pressing one coin, token, or note for every year from 1776 to 2026. Complementing the celebrations, the US Mint will release dual-dated 1776 to 2026 dimes, quarters, and half dollars into general circulation. Free webinars and online activities are available throughout the week via the A&A's website. A Federal Register notice published on April the 2nd confirmed that the Citizens Coinage Advisory Committee will convene a public meeting on April the 21st at the US Mint's headquarters in Washington, D.C. The session will review candidate reverse designs for the 2027 American Innovation Dollar coins, which will honor Oregon, Kansas, West Virginia, and Nevada. Members of the public may attend in person or watch the live stream on the US Mint's YouTube channel. Between mysterious medieval pendants, a supercomputer on a dollar coin, and a Canadian mint in overdrive, this week shows just how much is always happening at the intersection of history, art, and money. Subscribe to WNN, and if you missed last week's episode, feel free to watch it right here. Next. For the World Numismatic News, I'm Numisman saying thank you for watching, keep collecting, and have a fantastic day.